Rich Klinzmann, here we are for the first time in a long time talking about our working together, talking about the importance of health and where Nefesh has brought you and some people that we're working with. Give us a little idea of your background in terms of baseball.
In baseball, I played high school ball, played a little bit of college. College got in the way of everything. But I have been coaching baseball, I just realized, a little over 13 straight years now.
Wow.
And it's all youth baseball.
So the impact of health, you see it in the young kids, what they don't have, some of the foods they're getting, and we need to be examples to them. And that's where I think it's important for us to be not only knowledgeable about what we're doing, but be living proof that it works. And you've had experience with a number of products, and you've probably videoed 10,000 stories from other companies offering whatever they have to offer. A little reflection, if you will, on what Nefesh as a program, as a product, when you first started it, and what you see in talking to other people, what it's meant to you.
So for me, the Be Pure has really helped with energy, kind of stabilizing, not so many ups and downs. I've noticed I used to suffer from depression and stuff, and I've noticed I can't necessarily attribute it just to the Be Pure, but I don't really suffer from that anymore, and that kind of correlates with when I was taking the Be Pure. It's done different things for different people.
Okay.
And we actually need to do their testimonial. One person that's taking it is giving it to her 14-year-old son, and he was having problems actually keeping on weight. He was having problems with what he was eating, how much he was eating, and everything else. She started him on this, and within a month he had gained 8 pounds. He had more energy to do it, and he is wanting to take it. He's trying to get into high school sports. He's really trying to bulk up and beef up and everything else, but he wasn't able to keep that weight on. He would eat a lot, but this has kind of, ever since been on Be Pure, has really kind of stabilized him, and now he's gaining weight normal.
So a change of diet also?
A little bit of a change of diet. He hasn't changed too much. Unfortunately, he drinks way too many energy drinks and different stuff. He's a 14-year-old kid. But at the same time, he's noticed the change, and then he's making other changes because he's seen this change.
Okay.
And she, the mom, also suffers from lupus. And she says it has helped her tremendously in a lot of different ways. She hasn't had a flare in quite a while. She's been on it for 2 or 3 months now. Actually longer than that, 4 or 5 months.
So understanding that live nutrients have a healing property.
That's exactly what I attribute it to. It's not the typical, you go take a calcium supplement that is from the rock calcium, and I'm just using this as an example. It's organic. It's not a non-organic. Most of the vitamins and stuff that people take are non-organic, so they don't work near as well.
So if we got into the story of quantum physics with the importance of understanding that their body is made up principally of wavelengths and vibrations, and when you put something that disturbs that in, such as a rock, meaning it won't function, and actually it's quite toxic to the body. We're beginning to understand that, and even though we didn't start off with that in mind, we have graduated to that. So can you see the difference in your form of business? The guys that you are associated with in the line of work that you do videoing, can you see a difference?
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell a difference on, okay, so I do video production. Us video production guys, we don't eat the healthiest because we're always on the go. We're always running around. We're never really in the office all that much. We're usually driving to rifle or driving somewhere to do it. So we're grabbing fast food, which is bad, very bad for you. What I've noticed since taking this is, and changing my diet as well, I've lost 15 pounds in the last month and a half, 2 months. And a lot of that has to do with change of diet. The nice thing about with the Be Pure in that is I'm not craving the other stuff as much. I'm not craving the MSG, salt, and everything else that's on a burger or whatnot. I don't need it as much because I'm getting more nutrition through this than I did trying to put in 10 times the amount.
So you kind of using more nutrition and understanding this wonderful world of ATP, which people don't understand. But when we start trading dollars to buy energy, have you seen a savings to buy energy from this level?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you do the initial cost and you look at how much the Be Pure and the Mitzrayim and all that, you're kind of going, oh man, that's it's not a lot, but still, I mean, I can go get a little bottle of supplements for 10, 15 bucks. But the amount of savings that you get because you're not eating the fast food, you're not spending it on all this other stuff, there's definitely a savings. And I think for the businessman, it's going to be a lot of savings as well in production. I mean, the amount of energy that I get from having this is tremendous compared to, again, you eat the fast food, you eat a candy bar, you do something and you're high for a minute and then you're crashing and you're sitting and you want to take a nap. With this stuff, I don't see that. And so because I'm not getting that sugar rush and then crash, it's more on the steady. I think the businessman would see it on a whole bunch of different levels. I haven't been sick in probably 2-3 years, maybe a cold, but nothing serious. So I'm here every day. That means I'm working every day. That means I'm productive. I don't have the highs and lows, which means I'm more productive, which means that's creating more opportunities for the businessman because their workforce is being more productive.
So you're beginning to eat for performance as opposed to comfort.
Exactly.
And I see a little more passion in your life here as of late. And I know some of the reasons for that, but it's exciting to see the purpose that you've kind of got a hold of. Would that be fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
And now a reason to perform. And a reason,
that is true.
And a reason to take a real hard look at yourself and say, I need to make sure this thing is functioning better. So
well, and there's another part in the reason why I had to get another bag and everything else for me personally is I have a hereditary condition. It leaves me more prone to having a heart attack. The biggest thing with that is, and I've just learned this in the last 6 months, it makes me want to make sure that I am eating healthier, that I am taking care of myself more. I can't be the 25-year-old kid that can just eat anything and not worry about it. I have a hereditary heart condition with cholesterol. Don't have high cholesterol, but it's something where my cholesterol could explode at any given time. Heart attack. My mom just had one 2 years ago, heart attack because of it. But the Be Pure is helping me with that, to have better performance, to take better care of myself so I don't have to worry about that same hereditary condition as well. I always have to worry about it, but not near as much.
Well, I heard it said some time ago that if I'd have known the most important investment I could make would be in my health, I would have put more money in it earlier. And right. I think that is such a classic statement. And what we want to do in our little group is to get to young people and their parents to show them that there is an incredible benefit. And it's not an expensive benefit to make certain trades and all at once perform better academically, have an emotional stable life, a physically better life, along with that, the spirituality of really understanding what we're doing and taking this to the businessman and saying, we have a solution to this pandemic problem by simply understanding some physiology, and if we can elevate our vibrational value higher than what is comfortable for a virus to live in or disease in general, it would make sense that we protected ourselves as we go out. Fair?
Definitely fair. And, disease lives at a certain frequency, or lower. Staying healthy, staying productive, taking the right stuff, it brings your frequency up. And so you don't have to worry about diseases near as much. Am I correct on that?
You're correct.
All right. So why not take care of yourself? Why not do these little things now so you don't have to worry about, and I know COVID is serious, I know the flu, pneumonia, whatever it is, disease can't live once you're above a certain frequency. Why not?
And when did you find this out?
Talking with you in the last year or so, and doing some research on my own, seeing some YouTube videos and some different stuff. But yeah, it's the more that we learn that we're more on the frequencies, the more we can do to prevent.
So in essence, when Faraday and Maxwell come up with the fact that we are electromagnetic beings rather than the side of biochemistry, and if we eat and treat ourselves according to frequencies and wavelengths, we'd be healthier? Are you saying that?
That is what I'm saying. At least in the little bit of research I've done. I haven't done a whole lot, but
you're there.
It seems like everything points that direction, yeah.
Then we need to be able to take this to all the businessmen and say, this is a way out of controlling the environment that you live in, the customers that come in to visit you. They know that you're taking care of yourself as a person, and you won't pass on some of the diseases. Fair?
Fair. And it's also about a bottom line. It always comes down to the bottom line when it comes to business. It really does. Why not spend a little bit more on this nutrition, helping your workers to have them 5, 10, 15 times more productive, and that they're there all the time?
And you see that in this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I talked with a couple of different businesses that you've done it with. I've actually, because I went over to the co-working space and they're having more production. Well, the bottom line is how much money you make when you're in business, ultimately.
Sure.
I mean, I know that there's a lot of other reasons, but if your employees are healthier, they're more productive, they have more steady energy throughout the day, they're more focused, isn't that worth the little bit of money that you're putting out for that stuff, or the employees putting out to get so much more production out of them?
So does it create a loyalty environment, do you think?
I think it does. I think it does to an extent. I think a lot of employees will see this and go, wow, they really do care. They're not just caring about how much money they're making, which, don't get me wrong, a lot of them are, but they're caring about the employees. They want to see the employees healthier. Now, maybe for their own selfish reasons sometimes, but they're still wanting to see their employees healthier. They're wanting to see their employees more productive.
So the best place that we have, obviously the government will not intervene, and corporations are too slow to make a choice, but the businessman who has everything at risk should be able to take a look at this and say, this really makes sense. Let's give it a look. Fair?
Fair, absolutely.
I'll let you close out whatever you want to say.
I'm not sure what else I should say. I will say one thing on the other product that we have, the sleep, the Mitzrayim. For a long time, I would get 4, maybe 5 hours of sleep, and we actually did the sleep apnea tests and all this stuff because I just wasn't getting good sleep. The first week I took Mitzrayim, I got 8, 9 hours of sleep. I could have slept a lot more. I actually woke up really groggy when I first started taking it because my body's going, no, you need this rest. And it's the first time I've slept 8, 9 hours in a night in a very long time.
Wow.
So that to me has been one of the biggest things, is actually getting a good night's sleep and REM sleep. Not just kind of half asleep, but I can still hear everything. My kids have noticed that when I do take it and I am sleeping, that they can pretty much bang cymbals and different stuff around, and I'm in such a deep sleep. So Mitzrayim has been really good.
Well, here we about bypassed one of the most important arenas for our own immune system is in the sleep mode and in the cleaning of the brain, recognizing that in a REM mode, the brain shrinks by 60%, allowing a fluid to clean out all the garbage. So you're thinking better.
Exactly.
Wow. Well, Rich, we've had a good relationship for a long time now.
A long time.
And it has been fun, and thanks for putting up with me.
You got it. Thank you, Stephen.
Talk to you then.
Okay.